Hello everybody, my name is Weird31 the Nifty Gamer, and I'm in my PJs and my hair's a mess, but I don't care because I need to make this vlog. I'm also going to be looking at the screen down here mostly because I've written all this down, because there's a lot to say and I don't want to get it wrong. So, after some recent events which I'm about to talk about, I felt it necessary to make this vlog specifically for Bronies, but it's also just for using the internet in general about scammers on the internet. The reason that this is made specifically for Bronies is because they are an easy target for scammers. Bronies tend to be very kind people who can be quite gullible because they tend to believe everything you have to say. They're extremely good-natured people and don't really expect this sort of thing to happen, or at least I sure as hell didn't. Basically what I'm saying is, Bronies, scammers are willing to take advantage of your goodwill and kind nature to take your money. And I know that because it just happened to me and some other unfortunate Bronies within the last week. I feel really unconnected here by reading this like that and not really looking at the webcam. What I was doing there was looking at the face cam that I can see at the top screen. Sorry about that. I should really just stick to the script. Over on Facebook there's a group that I'm in called Bronies UK, which is pretty self-explanatory as to what it is. It's not specifically for people to buy and sell MLP stuff, but people do sell their stuff on there every now and again, and about a week ago, I started noticing posts from a guy on there called Lewis Howard on the page who was selling all of his pony stuff because he was living at his aunt's place, who was terminally ill, so he needed the money to find his own place. I'd seen him make 3 different posts in total of different stuff he had to sell, and I believe that multiple people, including myself, decided to buy something from him, though at the time of recording this, like right now, it seems that only 5 of us have asked to buy something from him, but I can't help but feel like more of us bought stuff, but because it seemed like everything pretty much sold out. It wasn't until yesterday, January 9th for reference, that people got suspicious of it all because he'd supposedly mentioned that his parents disowned him, which is why he was living with his aunt and he made this post that day. Some of you know that I'm staying at my aunt's because my mother disowned me because I told my family I was a brony, and I get this text. I haven't heard from her in 11 months. Just so you know, I still hate you, and so do your sisters. I hope that you're dead when you receive this pony pedophile scum. I'm feeling worse by the day. I don't know if I can continue this anymore. But don't worry about your packages, I can make sure my cousin sends them all. This post sparked a bunch of comments of people supporting him and trying to cheer him up and so on, until one person who called it bullshit. And slowly but surely a full argument was erupting in the comments about the legitimacy of it all, and how insensitive the person who called bullshit on it was being. However, he turned out to be absolutely right, because Lewis came online that day and read the shitstorm in the comments, and then deleted his Facebook, and basically made a runner with everyone's money. One person I know was fortunate enough to get their full amount back, and I randomly received £20 out of my $39.80 that I sent to him for my stuff. However, everyone else, I believe, was out of luck. Lewis, if that even was his real name, was using an anonymous email provider that was linked to many scams in the past under the email address princekai@gmx.com. This was the address that he asked people to send the payment through to PayPal, and was under a different name than Lewis Howard. I contacted this email address personally, asking him to give back the rest of my money as well as everyone else's, and he did eventually reply, but then closed his email address down. I sent him my PayPal payment for the stuff via the friends method so he could receive the full amount, and ringing PayPal about the scam, they said there was nothing they could do about getting the remainder of my money back because I used that option. Thankfully though, I do believe that most other people who he did scam selected the goods and services option, so when they do contact PayPal respectively in their own time, they should hopefully be able to get their money back somehow. But like, it really sucks the way everything happened. One person who got affected by this was just an unsuspecting mother who bought stuff for her son with his birthday money, and now has to explain to him why he's not getting his plushies, and also why he might not even get his money back if he's, you know, that unlucky. After all this, Bronies UK is now tightening down the whole buying and selling thing on the page. Everyone has been supporting each other and keeping spirits high in the group. Some have offered those affected by the things. Some people have offered those who have been affected by all this things like commissions and drawings for free just to help cheer them up, and all around everyone's been great about what's happened, and the admin Anthony has been doing what he can to make sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen again, as well as being available for everyone to talk to him about it all and just be there for us. It unfortunately puts the page in a bit of a bad light, and now traders themselves on the page are going to have a much harder time selling their stuff or commissions, but hopefully things won't go so badly again. In conclusion, I hope that the others that got scammed get their money back. At the moment, so far, there hasn't been any luck. I'd love to get mine back, but it is a small amount, but I don't really care about don't care about it because I definitely could have done a lot worse off. If anyone from Bronies UK is watching, I want to thank you for being an awesome part of supporting those who got scammed and helping lift spirits. And to everyone else, Brony or non-Brony, I hope you don't fall for this. I hope you don't fall for something this stupid like I did. It's hard to think someone would fake something so horrible just for money, which is why I didn't believe this to be a scam, because, I mean, that's what I mean when I say he took advantage of Bronies and their kind nature and goodwill. It's not even the first time. His email address has been found on DeviantArt and other sites specifically targeting Bronies, asking for donations and trying to get money other ways, using excuses like he needed to pay for a vet bill. So he's clearly been at it a while and targets Bronies specifically because he thinks he can get away with it. So just be careful about who you put your trust into online. Be sure to always select the goods and services option on PayPal if you do decide to buy something from someone you don't know, but it's probably a good idea to just buy from trusted sellers with a good reputation on things like eBay and not just someone posting in your Facebook group page. Excuse me. And I hate to ever ask for my videos to be liked or shared around, but for the sake of trying to stop this from happening to others, I must ask that you please, share this one around, maybe tell people what I've spoken about today. If you don't want to share it around, just tell people what I've said. It's a true story, it's happened. There have been loads of people on the Facebook group talking about it. I know obviously I can't prove that at all, but hopefully you guys, don't think I'm just making this up for attention or something, because that's definitely not what I want to do. I would also like to apologize for looking at my screen the whole time and not at the webcam directly to you guys, but I knew that I would get some of this wrong if I didn't write it down, so I had to write it all down. Let's see. Hopefully this sort of stuff won't ever happen to any of you watching, but if you do decide to buy from people online, you will at least know to be wary of sob stories and dodgy email addresses like the @gmx.com ones. A good idea if you're buying from someone is to ask them to photograph what they're selling with like a piece of paper and hold it in front of the camera with like their name and the date on it, so that you can prove the legitimacy of what they're selling. It's likely that Lewis doesn't even own any of the pony stuff he was selling and just took the images from Google. And that's about everything, so thank you everybody so much for watching. Check my channel's playlist for all the games I've played, and thanks again. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.